Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video, we're here to talk about the brand new event, the start of the new March month-long event that's going to be starting on Thursday. We're also here to talk about Return to the Shadows, which is going to be the very first event item, I guess, of this new March monthly. Now, the reason why I'm not on screen is because I'm actually recording this in the dead of night. It's like 3 in the morning. I actually forgot that there was an event coming because I've been so busy doing my blitzathons for Kang, and I'm gonna have to remind myself to finish this when I'm done this video here for Return to the Shadows. Honestly, I've been so busy blitzing for Kang that I actually forgot that things were upcoming. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for that one, and without further ado, oh no, I even forgot my thing. If you're ready to go, let's boil this down. So we're here on the blog, right? So Memory Lane, this is the new March. We went over this, we covered this in the blog post on Friday, but it's worth mentioning anyways that this is how the March month-long is going to go down. So there are 5 main milestone events. That's down from, I guess, 8 or whatever the hell we had for February. And we're replacing Coordinated Assault with Charging Station, which I believe is a power core spending milestone. So in this video, when we go over the math, I'm going to be talking about all of the ways that you can save power cores, because who knows what the hell is coming up next. And honestly, you shouldn't spend your power cores on really any of these events if you can help it. So I'm going to, hopefully help you get there so you don't have to do that. We have the milestone event schedule here. So we have Return to the Shadows on Thursday, basically right after Kang is done. We jump straight into this. And then Cold Storage, I mentioned this on my Discord channel. This is going to be a Cosmic Crucible earning event. So make sure you're not opening your inbox when you finish on Thursday afternoon on Cosmic Crucible. Make sure you save your Crucible credits. So I want to be very clear about that. That event's going to be coming on Monday, which means that my video for that will probably be coming on Sunday morning. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you're following the channel. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well, because I do all of my event videos here, and so you can be keeping up to date with that. Quick Rumbles is all listed there in this charging station. So the first charging station is on March the 5th. We don't really have the details of that, but I'm sure we will on Friday's blog post. So that's really about it. The event for the Return to the Shadows is not great. I just want to open it up really quickly and kind of what your expectations are going to be. So realistically, the goal for the video is to be getting you to milestone 24, which is 30,100 points, which will get you all the Eagle emblems. The event item, strangely, is before this at 23,500, but you do need to go the extra way to 30,000 so that you can get all of these Eagle emblems. Now, in terms of what's really after that, 32,300 is a good milestone because there's an Elite 5 orb, but after that, it really doesn't matter. You can quote-unquote grind this a little bit by opening gold orbs, which are worth 500 points, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, and, hopefully you've saved some of yours. We talked about this, I believe, a week or so ago when we heard that it was coming back. So for myself, so far, I have about 39 gold orbs, which is more than enough for what you need to do to get what you're going to get, and that's going to be on Thursday, so make sure you keep a reminder of that. This is the start of my new subtotal of the Memory Lane March month-long anniversary event. Total milestone point, instead of 750k, it's 555,555. And why is that? Because we're having our 5th anniversary of Marvel Strike Force. Will we get to a 6th and 7th? Who knows at this point? Ignore this stuff, because this is where I used to have things like Agent Titania shards listed and things like that. It's not important. And I just screwed up my own table. So Eagle emblems, that's the new currency. It's 1 point per 1 point. There's 5 items. The milestone PDA, which is going to be for this week's item, for this event's item. Challenge X-Ray, War Helicarrier, Alliance Donation Box, and ISO 8 Matrix Machine for these variety of points. I've kind of I haven't filled in the blanks yet because there's some of these things we don't know. Basically, this is very similar to what I do for all of my subtotals, so I wouldn't really pay too much of attention to it right now. We've added in a few things so far, and that's 30,600 for the Quick Rumble on Friday for A-Force, and then 44,000, which is how many of the emblems are there alongside the item, or plus the item rather, for Return to the Shadows. So let's talk about the math for this event. Return to the Shadows. This is a gold orb campaign energy and event energy spending milestone. Okay, it's really important that you understand this part. The total milestone points required is 89,000. However, a good chunk of this is whale stones, as we kind of saw in here, that realistically, you're probably not, you can, it just jumps so dramatically, right? As soon as you get to like 38,900, it jumps all the way to 55,000. And frankly, what are you missing from here? Not a lot. There's a couple of Armory 17 orbs. There's a couple of, there's a little bit of teal gear, teal minis and things like that, but it's nothing that I would really push for. And the only way you could push for that, frankly, is through gold orbs. And so it's just, going to get people to try and spend to get more of that. So the event item points. Now this is 23,500. So the way I've listed this, some people get confused. This is the amount of points in the milestone to obtain the event item. This is not how many points the item is worth. I just want to, it's for the milestone PDA, which I don't even know what that stands for. When I think of PDA, I think of public display of affection. When I hear PDA, that's exactly what I hear. Anyways, you need to get 23,500 points to get the item. That's why it's listed here. And then at 30,100, you get a total of 44,000 emblems. Okay, so this is just how I outline things. Open one gold orb, you get 500 points. There is no limit. Spend one campaign energy, you get 2 points. Again, no limit. We're going to talk about this down below. Spend one event energy. Now this is the Psylocke event energy. They're bringing back the Psylocke event called Move in the Shadows. Yeah, it says right here, infiltrate bigger, enjoy the return of Psylocke's Move in the Shadows event campaign. So this is going to be absolute horseshit because this is like a 4-year event, a 4-year-old event, 3 or 4-year-old event. It doesn't matter. At this point, I don't even know why that this month of March is bringing back all these legacy events, because it's a load of shit, frankly. You're not going to get much out of it, and it's just like the ones that we have in... Do we still have them in game right now? Oh, no, they're gone. Sorry. The Ant-Man and the Wasp stuff that we had, it's basically like that. You're going to get, like... Actually, I don't even know if I opened my Ant-Man orb, and it's probably gone. It's gone. So, you're going to get some Psylocke shards that, you probably don't even need, or if you do, she's highly farmable, so it's not that big of a deal. You get 4 points per one energy of those, but the limit is 17,000. So realistically, it's 17,000 divided by 4 in terms of energy, which we have down below. So the campaign energy that you can get per day is 288 free-to-play energy. This is just your time-based energy. You get 12 per hour, so it's 12 times 24. And then your free refreshes, this happens 3 times per day at 80 each. And then up to 4 core refreshes. Now we're going to talk about this because I don't personally recommend doing this. I think that there are better things for you to save your power cores for than to use it on this event because you don't need to. And so while I have it listed here, I'm going to break it down further down below what you can do instead of not having to do this. You get 100 from your web milestone. Actually, to get this, you do need to spend cores, so I guess you might as well just spend 50 at the very least to obtain the extra 100 to complete the web milestone. But that gives you a grand total of 1,108 energy. And you multiply that by 2, you get 2,216 because it's worth 2 points per one campaign energy. And then multiply that by 5 days because this is a 5-day event. And you get 11,080. That's your subtotal. Anything in a sky blue kind of color is the subtotal that we're going to take to the bottom and add that all up. Now, the event energy required to cap is 4,250. That's this 17,000 divided by 4 because of the points limit. Now that means that you need to spend 850 event energy daily. So the event energy is very similar to regular energy in the fact that it is now capped at, I believe, 120. And so this energy, all this stuff is what you get. So the free-to-play energy for event energy is your time-based energy plus your free refreshes. Now you should get this. You should get the free refreshes. I don't know if this was actually working for the Ant-Man event, now that I think about it, but when we used to have campaign events, it's supposed to give you event energy. So it better, because that's 528 with that. Otherwise, they're expecting a lot out of you. Now, in order to max out to get to this 850, you would need to then, probably core, it's actually about 3 more times. Actually, this should be at 150, which is not great. Right, you only get 100 energy for refreshing event energy. So for every 50 cores, you're only getting 100 event energy. So more or less, to get to 850, it's like 150 cores. I realize that's 828, but you know, it's very close anyways. So you would think, and that's on top of any coring that you might already be doing for campaign energy, which is a lot. So I want to talk about what you can do to not have to spend any cores at all on energy, and how you're going to get there. So that means that if you were to do all of these things above here, it would only actually take 4 gold orbs, or you know, maybe 4 to 5 gold orbs to get the remaining emblems. Okay, that's with this 11,000. That's with spending the total limits, getting to the 17,000 to get to this point number here. Sorry, to get to the 30,100, you would need to only open 4 gold orbs. Now we know that's not going to happen, because if you're smart, you're not going to spend the 150 power cores, and you're not going to be spending the 200 cores on the campaign energy, because combined, that's anywhere from 300 to 350 cores that you're spending across both energy sources to get there. And we all have more than 4 gold orbs. At least I hope so. So the amount of gold orbs you need to max the emblems, if you're ignoring the event coring, and that's this stuff, is 17 gold orbs. I basically, instead of doing the cap at 17,000, I took 528, I times that by 4, and then multiplied it by 5 to get that over 5 days. And then the amount of points that you would have to make up would be the equivalent of 17 gold orbs. Okay, so that's just from this stuff. Now, if you subtract the coring from both of these, which means you're not doing any coring, really outside of maybe doing the 50 cores to get the web milestone completed and things like that, you're looking at a grand total of 27 gold orbs. Okay, so this is kind of the maximum range for people who don't want to spend power cores on this event, which is not something that I recommend, because there's going to be much better things for you to spend your cores on or double dip with. Because if you've watched any of the videos on my channel, then you would also know that I tend to buy character orbs, and I tend to do that when there's a reason to double dip, typically. You know, so that's the best thing for you to do to save your power cores. Now, if you really want to max this milestone, I don't know if many people are going to do this, but hey, 122 gold orbs to max the milestone. I think this is if you do not do any coring on the energy. I think that's what I checked. Oh no, let's see. No, that's if you do, sorry, that's 122 if you do everything. So you get the 17,000 limits. You do this for the campaign energy, and then I subtracted all that from 89,000 divided by the gold orb 500, and you get 122 gold orbs. So if everyone has 122 gold orbs to open, then you can max the milestone. You're not going to get a lot out of it, but you know, hey. So personally, what I would do is I would try to aim, if you can, aim for 27 gold orbs. If you can do that, then that way you can max it without having to spend power cores. I think it's somewhat reasonable. I say that because I haven't been saving my gold orbs for too long, maybe like a week and a half or so, maybe a little bit more than that. And in case you don't know where your gold orbs are coming from, well, outside of bonus stuff, you do get like basically 1 every day from doing your Greek raids, you know, so that's pretty normal. You know, your Greek raids, your Alpha Raid 4 that you're doing right now. And I want to kind of reiterate that people should be doing this on Heroes Hard Mode 4, sorry, Chapter 5, for the Echo node. You get 400 fragments a day here. And then also on the Anti-Venom Orb, Anti-Venom node, you get 400 fragments there. So this might not seem like a lot, but you're getting 800 gold orb fragments every single day from farming these 2 nodes. That's 40% of a gold orb every single day. Now, that's only 1 gold orb every 5 days, which, granted, is not a ton, but over the course of a month, this does add up to about 6 gold orbs. And that might not seem like much to you, but it will actually add up over total, because that's almost, I know it's not a lot, you know, probably like 1 million gold, but still, when we're getting these events that require you to open gold orbs, it's a very good way for you to get some additional gold orbs that you can't normally get otherwise. So something I personally recommend. And that's it. That's the math. You know, so, you know, anywhere between 4 and 27 gold orbs, depending on how much coring you're going to do. Personally recommend against coring, but hey, you know, that's depending on how you want to play. And so I've let you know how you should get there, how I recommend you get there, and I hope that it helps you for Thursday at 1 p.m. After everyone's dead and blue in the face from Kang blitzing, from the Kang's Blitzathon, because literally that's all I can do. And I'm sitting here trying to remind myself that I still have to finish, my Blitz rotation. And I guess you guys will be seeing a Kang Blitz opening pretty soon because this event ends on Thursday, so I'll probably put out, I'll probably do the orb opening on Thursday after whenever my last rotation is. And then I will push out the video on Thursday afternoon. So look forward to that as well, so you can see how good my drops are, because honestly, I am hating this right now. So let me know in the comments down below what you plan to do and how you're doing on Kang as well. I know this is not a Kang video here, but hey, let me know how you're getting on. So that's the end of this video, of course, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.